So let's take a seat for a few moments together. I'd like to do some pranayama this afternoon and picking up from where we were practicing last week to help really move the yayas out, but then also to help with the balancing of the hemispheres of the brain and the ongoing need for, dare I say, equanimity. The need for equanimity. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for being here. Let me push back from my computer, and then we can take a comfortable seat together, please. And rest your hands in your lap. Let your eyes close. When you settle in for your practice, I'm going to ask you just to go to the recent past to feel your anticipation for class and the life skills that you used to be here. So like scheduling, logistics, managing the flow of your morning or your day so that you could be here now. All of that is also a yoga of its own. So giving respect and appreciation to yourself for that. And then you can imagine, of course, using imagination. We don't have actual information. Imagine the others who are gathered for class, that they also had life skills, logistics, anticipation. With appreciation for them sharing their life skills and their commitment with us so they could be here, and with our appreciation that you have done the same. Try to sense as if the community were in a circle, even though we're in little squares on Zoom. And then in the present, we are going to share our resources, our time, our vitality, our dedication. And as we practice, even though we're not having a verbal conversation, we're also sharing our willingness, our vulnerability, our courage. And since I know those of you who are gathered here, I can say with confidence that you also want your practice to benefit life off the mat, and that you're not here only for your own well-being. So sensing all of that, please join your hands together at your heart. And we'll chant Sahana Vavatu. Let's begin. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saviryam Karavavai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahi. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saviryam Karavavai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahi. Om Savana Vavatu Savana Bhunaktu Savidyam Karavavai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om. You may bow your head to your heart. Release your hands and sit up tall. We're going to practice a little bit of pranayama. If you haven't yet cleared your sinuses, you could choose to blow your nose right now. And what we're going to do is 5 slow, strong exhales out through the mouth, and then we'll inhale to suspend. We'll exhale. As we were doing last week, we'll inhale again to suspend. We'll exhale out the left. We'll inhale, suspend. We'll exhale out the right. These 5 strong exhales are each one potent and as complete as you can do, but a little bit rapid. So you can try following my pace or, of course, do your own. It goes like this. Inhale to suspension. Exhale through both nostrils. Inhale to suspension. Close the right, exhale left. Inhale to suspension. Close the left, exhale right. Now pausing, reflecting. And now we're going to do 5 strong exhales out through the nose, and then same pattern with the breath. This will feel different because the opening for the exhale to depart is really different. Try to use the strength of the diaphragm. Inhale to suspend. Exhale both nostrils. Inhale to suspend. Exhale left. Inhale to suspend. Exhale right. And deeply relax. Your practice can only happen in the present moment. Now, a technique that we've been learning, and some of you are still learning it. So we're going to do 5 strong exhales left, 5 strong exhales right. We'll aim to do that 5 times. Take a break whenever you need to. So beginning on the left side, right, left, right. Continue. Exhale. Inhale both nostrils. Exhale left. Inhale both. Exhale right. Now the last pranayama, building from last week and this morning, we're going to go back and forth, left, right, left, right, left, right, Kapalabhati, and then we'll do Nadi Shodhana, and then we'll sit, and my hope is that your attention feels naturally centered in this plumb line. And potentially you'll feel your awareness is at the pineal gland or at the third eye. Pineal gland is the master gland of the body, and the sixth chakra is the center for vision, for clear seeing. So this is left, right, left, right, left, right, toggling back and forth on the exhale. Like this. Exhale completely through both nostrils. Inhale both nostrils up to suspension. Place your right hand. Exhale left, and then inhale left. Suspending. Place your right hand, exhale right, and then inhale right. Suspend. Exhale through both nostrils. Rest your attention in the here and now, possibly in the central channel, possibly the space between the eyebrows. And please open your eyes when you're ready to. And we're going to transition to standing. So let me just check on my yoga mat there. We're going to do a little standing sequence, and then there's going to be a floor sequence, and I want to give you a good view for each. Let me just check, please. Okay, yeah, that should do. So let's take a wide stance. I want to set up your hips and pelvis for success in this sequence that I have planned. So a wide stance to come down to your basic forward bend, Prasarita Padottanasana. I have something blocking my screen and I do want to see you guys, so just one moment, please. So in the wide stance, go ahead and come down to your Prasarita Padottanasana, your forward bend. And place your hand so it's foot, hand, hand, foot. So you're kind of in a line right there. And when you inhale, raise up to your fingertips and bring your heart forward, but not your chin. Lift the base of your skull. And then when you exhale, you're going to blow the breath out as you come down, press into both hands, and use the strength of the abdomen to help with your exhalation. Then inhale, glide forward again. Breathe through your nose. And exhale through the nose. Press down into your hands, incrementally increasing that downward pressure to help facilitate the end of your exhale. Twice more. And exhale. Inhale. Last one, exhale. Now walk your right hand out towards the space in front of you. Walk your left hand beyond the back of your left hand to reach towards the space behind you, past your feet if possible. Press the back of your left hand down against the floor and start rotating your chest to your right. Press your right fingertips down. Keep the center of your right palm lifted. The heel of the right hand can be lifted. And as you rotate to your right, consider the strength of the action of your left arm, not only your right arm or like your willfulness to twist. And then exhale to center. Walk your right hand back next to your left. Walk the left hand out in front. So be on the back of your right hand and the fingertips of your left hand. Press the back of your right hand down. So you're going to twist to your left because of the strength of your right arm first. And then press into your left fingertips. So as you're twisting left, let the thoracic spine be a part of that rotation. The right hand supports the initiation of your twist. And then exhale, walk your right hand out to meet your left hand. So let's go ahead and be on the fingertips for both of these. And now take your left hand under your right armpit, put the back of your left hand either across the top of your right foot or around the outside of your shin. And as you place it there, press the back of your hand against your left shin or foot and twist to your right as the left arm initiates the twist. In a twist like this, I'm going to ask you also to think of broadening the back of your body rather than like how far can you turn to your right. As you're rotating, can you broaden the back hemisphere of your body? And then exhale, rotate around to face center. Walk your left hand forward. Bring your right hand under and across. You've got the back of your hand as your lever. Press against your left shin or your left foot and twist to your left. As you're breathing in and breathing out through the nose, I can think of the inhale as broadening the back of your body. So we're not pulling around towards a twist on the left, but rather broadening and rotating without any sense of grasping. And release that as you exhale, walk your right fingertips out to your left hand. And then let's go heel toe in. Walk your hands forward and your feet backwards until you step into downward facing dog pose. And in your downward dog pose, now check to see if it's possible for it to be comfortable to inhale and exhale in relatively equal length. So inhale, whatever that pace is, can the exhale match that for about 3 or 4 breath cycles? To concentrate on that evenness is both the physical benefit of having the evenness, but it's also the benefit of concentrating on doing it. Let's do one more full breath cycle there. And then bring your knees down to table pose. If you have a crisscross mat like I do, you may not need more padding. If you'd like more padding, you can do that. Now from table, take your left hand under and come down to the back of your left hand, left forearm, maybe the left side of your shoulder and your head. Press down with your left arm to help twist to your right. Come to the fingertips of your right hand to add a little bit of support for the twist. And again, breathe into the back hemisphere of your body. Listen to the skin of your back body, the muscles, the bones, the spaces between the joints. Keeping your left arm pressing down firmly. Take one more breath. And then switch to press into your right hand palm flat. Return to table. Take the right arm under your left arm. Come to the back of your right hand, the back of your wrist, the back of your elbow, maybe the back side of your shoulder. And as you press down, come to the fingertips of your left hand to add support. It's not your primary support. Begin your support with your right arm. Come into the back hemisphere of your body with your awareness. And then press into your left palm flat, rise up to table pose, and sit back to kneeling. Okay, now we're going to do a variation on that kind of twisting. So if you have a yoga block, that's helpful. It's not required, but it is helpful. You could also use a blanket. So you're going to sit a little bit sideways. That means that you put your right hip on your block and your feet together behind you. Take the back of your left hand around the outside of your right thigh. You're going to have to make a side bend and a twist. So you go like this and you slide the outside of your left hand around the outside of your right thigh. If possible, sneak your fingers down to the floor there and try to secure your hand with your fingers on the floor. So the right side waist is more open, the left side is more closed. Press your right hand against your left forearm, and as you twist to your right, you're also side bending to your left. Keep your right hip heavy on the block that you're sitting on, and sweep your right arm forward and then up alongside your right ear. That's going to add considerable nuance, but also weight to the twist and the side bend. Breathe again into the back hemisphere of your body. So perhaps you could focus on the right side since it's more broad than your left side on purpose. And then lower your right hand forward and down and just sit up what you think of as level with a block under your right hip. Give yourself a chance to notice the echo of what's moving through you. Your practice only happens in the here and now, in the present. Let's do the other side. So you can shift your little block bench or your blanket under your left hip. Put the feet back behind you on your right side. Take the back of your left hand around the outside of your right thigh. You can place your fingertips there. Give a little support to your right wrist as you side bend to your right. And root your left hip down to your block and sweep your left arm forward and alongside your left ear. Now, I said on the first side it's going to add this considerable nuance. It's not really nuance, it's very dynamic. It adds weight and tension, a counter tension to your left hip staying grounded. Notice how you breathe into the back hemisphere of your body, especially the left side. And breathing in one more time. And lower your left hand down. Roll up to center. And come to sit and sense what is the echo moving through you. Might be a zigzag echo. Okay, and then you can bring attention back to for Surya Namaskar, for sun salutation. So that sequence that we were just doing is really to warm us up for what's going to be coming, is a seated sequence. And the sun salutation is to get some of the yayas out. One of my primary interests right now is to help us all consistently remember that in the present moment we have resources, including each other, and that we will have an ongoing need to decompress from the stress and tension of daily life, to keep our life skills high and usable. And when we decompress, to remember that internal, larger view on behalf of everyone and everything. How might I then go forth with my thoughts and my behaviors and my relationships? So yesterday we did a decompressing practice. Sometimes twisting is one of the ways to decompress. Yesterday we focused on some abdominal strength for decompression. Pranayama is good for decompression. So, and if you can't remember anything, just do some yoga. Just do something. Okay, come up to standing, please. We're going to put a twist into this sun salutation. So join your hands together at your heart. Just as we did to start class, remind yourself that you used your life skills to get here, and so did others. And with appreciation for the chance to practice together even though we're in our individual spaces. Let's bring in the Ujjayi breath. Make the sound of the breath smooth, the pauses silent, and the sound again smooth, and the pause again beautifully silent. And I'll begin together. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Urdhva Hastasana. Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana. Left toes back. Inhale, twist right. Exhale, airplane pose. Inhale, rise. Exhale, descend. Step forward, heart forward. Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana. Right toes back. Inhale, twist left. Airplane pose. Rising. Descending. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Plank. Table. Cow pose. Seal pose. Cobra. Inhale to seal. Exhale, plank. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, right foot forward. Rising. Exhale, this time twist right, bring both arms down to the outside. Inhale, open your right arm. And exhale to release. Touch the two blocks. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale to rise. Exhale, both hands and arms down like an arrow. Inhale, raise your left arm. The right arm initiates the twist. Exhale, release. Inhale, step forward, heart forward. And exhale to deeply bow. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale to the heart. Now you can either take your foam roller to sit on lengthwise. No, I should say sit on it horizontally. That's the wrong word. Lengthwise is the wrong word. So you can sit like this on the roller, or you can put two blocks together and sit on the blocks. Up to you. Bend your knees so you're close in. Your thighs and knees are snug. Okay. Reach the arms forward and do your best to drape your knees and armpits. Relax the weight of your head and let the back of your body experience some breathability here. So this is actually a few moments of compression. Both hip joints are closed. Your knees are closed, more or less closed. And the pressure that you're putting where the knees are on the armpits, it's also limiting circulation down the arms for a few moments. Then rise up to sitting, slide up so that your hands just rest out over your knees. And you can sense, if you walk the feet a little bit forward, you'll sense the circulation coming back down through your legs and down through your arms. Now bring your right foot in, left leg out. This is a pose called Morichi Asana. Raise your left arm up, and as you cross over, hook your arm, straight arm, around the outside of your right thigh and press your arm against your right knee. So the twist is your left arm pressing into your right knee or into your outer thigh. And then twist to your right. Then you can add your right hand against your right thigh, roll your right shoulder back, and twist to also open the upper back and your right shoulder and collarbone. But keep your left arm active, so the compression that you're adding to the belly and the effort of your left arm to do that, that is a significant part of your practice at this moment. And then come around to center. Again, walk your feet a little bit out, drape your hands over your knees like decorations. Pause to notice. If we were to lie down completely, you'd feel even more of the decompression. And that's a good strategy, but we have a short class today, and I want to do a little more compress, release, compress, release. So let's take the left knee in, right leg out. Raise your right arm up. We're sitting up like this because for some of you, it makes the twist easier in this dynamic right here, because you've made your knee and your torso and your hip a little easier to navigate. So with the right arm at the outside of your left knee, press your right arm back into your left thigh. And as you're twisting to your left, press your left hand against your left thigh. And in rotating, keep the breath smooth. It doesn't have to be your longest, deepest breath cycle, but I don't want it to become jagged or apprehensive. And then release and walk your legs out, Drape your wrists over your knees. Sometimes your body will feel like it needs a deep breath right there, just like a little sigh breath. That is totally fine. Of course, you can allow for that. Now I'd like you to take your left foot out to the side like this and put a block on the right side, or if you're sitting on both of your blocks, shift so you're sitting on only one of them, and then put the other block out to the side. So in this position, when you're sitting up, it's going to be easier for many of you to come forward. And I do want your left knee and thigh to be out to the side like this. Then take the back of your left hand to the outside of your right foot, and your right hand to your block to help your thoracic spine twist a little bit to your right. Some of you are going to find that your left lower back or left side waist are like, wow, thank you. Thanks for bringing me to class. So remember, the strength of your left wrist, the back of your hand, to press against the outside of your right shin or right ankle, that is a part of the pose. And the palm is facing away, so your pressure with your right hand, so left hand, excuse me, is kind of pressing back into your foot. You're not pulling on it. And the right hand pressing down is to add thoracic rotation to your right. Okay, let's walk up to center. Bring your left foot in, change sides, right foot out, left leg straight. So the right foot's going to go on this angle, so you've got your right foot, right shin, right thigh. Rotate your torso to be centered, so there's already the beginning of a twist. Bring the back of your right hand to the outside of your left ankle or shin. And the block for your left hand to press down against. Keep your right knee pressing open. It might be tempted to collapse in a little bit. And see to your right lower back. And what does it need from you right now? And then walk yourself back up to sitting. And step your feet. Relax. Notice your arms and fingers and thumbs. Back side of your body. And putting your yoga props aside, come down to Shavasana, where we can have the recirculation to all these different parts. So when you lie down this afternoon for Shavasana, I'm going to recommend that you actually lie flat and watch the process of recirculation occurring. So if you take the feet out, maybe just as wide as your yoga mat, and the arms out a little bit like a starfish. You could do palms face down if you prefer. And bring your attention into like the center of the low belly, the heart, and imagine from your torso the circulation going back outwards, because your body is able to decompress right now. So you could visualize that inside the body, you kind of took these little dams out of the rivers, or you opened the locks and the channels for the waterways to flow. And you want the water, the vitality to flow to every part of the body. Especially imagine this vitality reaching your toes and your fingers. because that will be a sign that your heart and your organs can truly relax. You can imagine that the dams are undammed, the log jams are released, the debris in the river got moved downstream. Free flowing vitality. Imagine vitality flowing down your arms to your thumbs and fingers, and down your legs to your heels and toes. The organs, your heart included, are not right now preoccupied, and they can deeply relax. Allow your arms and legs to get heavier as the recirculation continues, heavier with relaxation. Allow the circulation flowing in every direction to revitalize, to decompress. Allow the process for one more minute. And sense the circulation, the decompression. When you sense yourself to be the revitalized, the decompressed version of you, imagine again you're practicing right now with others who share this commitment to be decompressed, revitalized, to be available to life, human and plant and animal life. To sense ourselves in everything and everyone. You may slightly deepen your breath and add a little wiggle to your fingers and your toes. When you're ready to, you can bend your knees. And roll to your side. In your own timing, you may bring yourself back up to sitting. Mm-hmm. When you come up to sit, try to sense the pyramid shape of you, this stable, upright, hopefully available, more translucent, less compressed. You can bring your hands to your heart. Thank you very much, everyone. Namaste. I will come up to see you. We might have visitors in the classroom, and they might be about to wrestle with each other. There's our teacher. There you go. The art of Saucha, cleanliness.